The gun control folks are at it again, this time trying to create a gun-free zone by labeling a museum and hotels as student housing. Man, they're getting creative. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I don't know how I missed this, but New Orleans wasn't the only city trying to find workarounds to Louisiana's constitutional carry. This time, the University of Louisiana Lafayette campus was behind the efforts to turn a chunk of the city into a gun-free zone. I'm not really sure how a college gets to do this and make these decisions, but spoiler alert, in the end, GOA stopped them, sort of, so their plan failed. Also, sort of. But the fact that they even tried is, I don't know, man, they're getting really creative. But some of these efforts are honestly getting a little out of hand, like so much for the people speaking if colleges are going against what they voted for. So, as we know from this story where the police tried to label one of their stations as a school in the New Orleans French Quarter to turn part of the city into a gun-free zone, Louisiana law turns everything within a 1,000-foot radius of a school into a safe school zone where guns are banned. The university also tried to exploit this law by first trying to say that the Museum of Science is temporary student housing, and then by renting out 2 hotels in downtown Lafayette. Also calling these hotels student housing. The school then put up safe school zone signs in the area, making it illegal to carry in most of downtown. The mayor, who I guess is called the mayor president there, Monique Coulet, I'm guessing it's the French pronunciation, went along with this and even made public statements that she would be sure that the police enforced the ban. A ban put on this city and imposed on this city by a college taking over hotels and a museum. Now, before I tell you what happened next, this video is brought to you with the help of Blackout Coffee Company. Blackout is your friendly neighborhood and family-owned coffee roaster backed by traditional values and a love for the Second Amendment. They support lots of great channels like mine and even have special partner roasts where the proceeds go directly to some of your favorite gun rights groups like GOA and FPC. So, to help support the channel and get a great cup of coffee that you can be proud of, go to blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. Acting on behalf of GOA, a Lafayette-based attorney named Joshua Barnhill sent a letter to the mayor president, interim police chief, and university representatives basically saying, yeah, you can't do that. He told them all to take down the signs or face legal challenges from GOA and pointed to all of their recent victories, and there are quite a few. GOA and Barnhill gave them until Tuesday to remove the signs or else face legal consequences. He gave the school, mayor, president, etc. 5 days. City Parish Attorney Pat Oettinger claimed that the deadline was unreasonable and that the 5 days was not enough time for them to properly respond. GOA stood firm and the school did remove the signs late on Tuesday. Sort of. They replaced them with new signs that the buildings themselves are now gun-free zones, meaning the museum and the 2 hotels. Whether or not they can do that is not so clear. And part of what makes that so unclear is right in the university statement. Now, the school released a statement saying that they only partially backed down because legally, since they didn't own the buildings, they couldn't make the area outside of them gun-free zones. I don't see how they can label the buildings themselves as gun-free zones when, again, they don't own them. But that isn't really addressed in their statement. This is the statement. Louisiana law RS 1495.6 requires universities to post signs identifying firearm-free zones at university campus entrances. The state law is ambiguous in defining what constitutes a campus. So, the University of Louisiana at Lafayette looked to the federal Clery Act that governs campus crime reporting for a definition. The Clery Act definition of campus expressly includes property owned or controlled by the university, which led to the posting of the Safe School Zone signs. The university sought additional clarifications from the Acadiana legislative delegation and their legal staff. This led to the determination that, under state law, the definition of campus may not extend to property that the university does not own. Accordingly, the university has removed the Safe School Zone signs erected at the Science Museum and the hotels being used as temporary student housing because they are not owned by the university. The university works to avoid infringing on any constitutional rights while also ensuring the safety and welfare of our students. Therefore, as authorized by state law, the university has replaced Safe School Zone signs with weapons-free facility signage that precludes firearms within these facilities but does not establish any zones outside them. So even they say that they don't own these buildings and cannot extend them into their definition of campus, but they do still claim that the museum and hotels are part of the campus. I'm not really sure how GOA would go about arguing against this, especially with all of the bureaucrats on the school's side, but it's sort of mostly a victory. By their logic about not being able to extend the gun-free school zone beyond actual school property, I'm honestly not sure how any gun-free zone then works, at least in Louisiana, involving schools, but that is a battle that we are seeing play out in a few states and in the upper courts. For now, at least, it seems that if you are a gun owner, you can legally walk outside the museum. Alright folks, that is it for this video. You know the drill for all of the algorithm things, and as always, thanks for tuning in, and happy shooting.